So the boxes of wax should be good where they're at. It's a ton of gift boxes.
Yeah, we have 160 pounds of crinkle paper here alone, dude. I don't want to throw out the wax. Dude, I'm getting all stacked up in this much stack. You get it out that way.
This is what controlled chaos looks like, I guess you could say. We are storing some of the overflow of materials and then also completed and finished, finalized packaged candles in the cafe since it is not being used right now. It is a great way to make use of this space in the meantime, and then it also helps the staff out next door because they just do not have as much stuff over there. We are jam-packed and very quickly outgrowing the soap shop that it seems like we kind of just moved into. So there's a lot of things happening, all good things. We are preparing big time for winter, not just at home, but also here at the soap shop and the cafe. As you guys know, the pergola outside just got stained finally in time before winter hits, and we are also going to be making a big improvement to our power system here at the cafe. Obviously, we want good backup here. We've got freezers, we've got refrigerators, and the last thing we need is hitting winter and a couple days of a power outage. So we need to solidify our backup power system ahead of time. We're moving forward and we're rebuilding.
What we're going to be working on today is we're adding a sub panel. It's going to sit directly next to this left panel right here. This left side panel is going to feed that sub panel with a 100 amp circuit. We're going to pull some circuits out of these panels, bring it back up to the trough, and then bring it back down into the new sub panel. The reason for that sub panel is if we have a power outage, that entire sub panel is battery backup. So power goes down, and whatever we need to run stays operational. All right, it's clock good for now. Let's go ahead and mount the channel for the panel. See where I put this at. I have a template that came with it, and that shows where the bolts are going to go to hold the panel up. It's laying directly on drywall, so we're actually going to stand this panel off with a 3/4 inch channel. With those holes being there, I can easily put the channel up there, mark what I want to mark so it goes directly into a stud, use spring nuts, and bolt the back box directly to the channel. So we need about 16 inches of channel, and we'll bolt the panel to the channel. There's a stud. These things are actually turned sideways too, so it's bigger. Yeah. Come on, give me another one, please. Yes! I need 2 studs. Okay, perfect. All right, we're good. I'm gonna get started by installing the EcoFlow Smart Panel, and luckily for me, the panels here, they're surface mounted, and I can put the Smart Panel directly next to it. It's gonna be very easy. All I gotta do is mount this one panel, and everything there out is all plug and play. It's gonna be a lot easier. As you know, we've used EcoFlow in the past. We actually installed a EcoFlow Smart Panel down at my parents' house down there in Florida. We're so excited to have one here in the cafe. This one is the EcoFlow Delta Pro Ultra X. I've got it all knocked out. Let's go ahead and get it installed. That's it. We'll mount the back box to the channel. We're gonna bolt it with 1/4 inch bolts. We actually used an offset nipple because we had to use channel. We couldn't bolt the back box directly to the drywall where the layout was, so we bolted the channel to the studs through the drywall and attached the back box to the channel itself. All right, we're locked in, we're tight. Yeah, we're good. We're definitely good. Let's pipe up top into the trough. Once that's piped in, we also gotta mount the box below this. We do that first. Once that's done, we'll pull through, get all wired up. Easy peasy. All right, let's get it there. Drop down to 2 inch. I'm gonna cut a nipple, maybe 10, 12 inches. I'm pretty good. Do a 5 inch nipple. We'll bolt it just like that, directly underneath it, and it'll come right in there. Perfect. It's a little 2 inch piece of pipe. Let's connect the bottom part of the panel to a smaller box. And this box is gonna be where the inverter and batteries plug into. Got a ring pipe, where we cut it at. You don't want to nick the wire at all. But try to slide wire through. If it's not a ream, you can rip into the insulation. And that's what you do not want. Nice and smooth in the bottom. Alright, we're good. Yeah, good. This is our battery box connection point where the inverters and everything just plug into. The whole plug and play thing comes in effect. We'll cut this at, let's call it 29 inches. We'll cut it there. So I need a 3 1/4 inch offset to match the other one. Bend them on 30 degrees. We start our first bend at 2 inches. And we went 8 1/2 up from the end of the pipe. No dog, we're good. Yep, we're good. Cut it down a little bit. Okay, we're good. We got our pipes installed. I'm gonna put some Kindle straps on, just strap on the pipes. And we're ready to go to the next step. We'll install our breakers and get it going. Good. I'm gonna start by installing a 100 amp breaker. This panel right here is gonna feed the EcoFlow panel. All right, that's in. So we need to bring number two coppers out this breaker up into the chase nipple. We're gonna come through it, we're gonna tie into the line side where it says grid in. We also need to bring a white for our neutral. We'll tie it into this neutral bar, and a number 6 ground, we'll tie it down to the ground bar. We're using the same breakers in EcoFlow Smart Panel. This panel can take Square D breakers, Cutler hammer breakers, Siemens breakers, and GE breakers. It's universal, they all fit. They slap them in, and there's also like a bar that comes in there and just locks everything into place. But they're snapping in like they're made for it, so they work. This is gonna lock the breakers in. Alright, good. That's tight. Now our breakers are locked in, and then we're done. I mean, it's up, it's mounted. We're ready to wire it all up. Take this little bonding jumper off. It shows N for neutral. That's your ground. This right here is gonna be bonded to the can, which is all gonna be grounded. We have a bonding jumper. If this was a main service coming in, you would leave that on because you bond your neutral and your ground. But since this is not the main service is actually outside, it's all considered a sub panel. So now the neutral is isolated from the ground, this is bonded, and they're separated. It's so simple. We gotta bring a couple wires from the 100 amp breaker. We're gonna tie it into line 1 and line 2 on the Smart Panel. Then we need to come off the battery box, line 1, line 2. We need to come from there and go down to the battery box we installed. And once that's all wired up and we're in place with the inverter and the batteries, it's all plug and play. Just snap it in, turn it on, and we're running. So easy. I got my ground wire tied to my ground bar. The white neutral goes in, ties the neutral bar. I split the ground and neutral bar up. I took out the bonding jumper, so now the neutral bar is isolated. The ground bar is bonded directly to the can. I have our branch circuits tied in. We have lights, we have refrigerators in the back side, we have the freezers tied in. We want everything that needs power to be powered when we have a power outage. And we have the wires going down to the battery box. It's line 1, line 2, neutral and ground. That ties in the top of the panel. We route it down to the battery box. Got my line 1 tied in, my line 2 tied in, neutral's tied in, the ground's tied in. This little quick connect is for the emergency stop button, also the lights on the cover. Now that everything is done, wired up and installed, let's put the cover on it, let's plug it in, let's turn the inverter on, let's get this thing operational. The fun part, the part that I'm excited about. One thing I realized after installing an EcoFlow panel cover, they're so much prettier and more solid than everybody else. Just look at that. Stout, it's nice and strong, it's obviously beautiful. Not so much. But I'm a huge fan.
It looks so good in here.
Doesn't it?
It does.
As for the batteries, they are stackable, they're removable, they're on wheels. So if we need to move something out of the way, we can unplug, roll them out of the way. There's no heavy lifting whatsoever. So let's go ahead and fire this up. I'm gonna take my battery ports, open them up. We're gonna go in, out, in, out. It's all plug and play. We're gonna go from the bottom battery up to the top battery. It's gonna come out the side of that top battery and go directly into the inverter. And the batteries in the inverter are wired up. Once that's done, I gotta open one more flap and I gotta connect this to the battery box and it's done. That's how easy it is. Plug and play. Cord, plug it in, and this goes to the battery box. I'm gonna plug this into the battery box right there, AC1. We just turned it on, it just clicked. Lights are on in the back. Just started kicking on. It's 133. The freezer and coolers are gonna start picking up. The lights are on in the back. It'll ramp up to around 750 to 800 watts. Once that is, it's gonna show everything's running back there. And we're operational with no issues. There's no output coming out because it's not running anything off the battery. It's charged 99%. There's no input going in there as of now. So it's actually just sitting in its state. If we turn it off, the panel off, this should kick on, instantly kick on the coolers and the freezers once we're ready to test that. Let's try it. Go. Just lost grid power by turning it off. This kicked on, it's glowing. Just clicked again. Lights are on, freezers are on in the back. There you go, just kicked on.
The cool part about this system is just how fast it was able to be installed. Normally, traditional systems such as like a Tesla Powerwall or even a Generac can take an entire month to deploy, and that's if the parts aren't delayed. But with this system, Josh had it up and running within a day, fully operational in under a week. It's also modular, so you can scale it up later, and there's no rooftop work or complicated rewiring. It's all plug and play, so if we ever decided we needed to move it somewhere else, or if you have one at your current home and then you move to a new home, you can actually just take it with you and get all set up at your new spot.
One inverter can do 12 kW output. You can go up to 3 inverters, so 36 kW output, and the battery capacity is 12 kW up to 180 kW, which is a ton of power. This smart home panel 3 controls about 32 circuits, so instead of just flipping a transfer switch when you turn the generator on, you can actually control each circuit individually from your phone. I'm also able to check my phone for updates so I can see how the cafe is running from wherever I'm at. It's super intuitive. It automatically switches to battery power when the grid drops, and it happens within 20 milliseconds. You only notice if the power goes out. It's the industry's first EV LFP grade cells with 25% less resistance. It means less heat, making this system safe and reliable. And plus, if you have solar panels, you can hook up to 10 kW of panels for fast recharge. You can also hook up a generator to recharge everything. And that's it, guys. A whole house backup system installed and ready to go. If you want to learn more about EcoFlow or the Delta Pro Ultra X, I'll leave the link for you below.
I think I have it in there, right?
You definitely do. It's not you. Normally our shipping label machine works flawlessly, but every once in a while it does go down, and when it does go down, it completely stops production because we can't ship without it. We gotta switch back to the old standard printer with an 8.5 by 11 loose leaf paper. We put in there and then tape it all up, and it's a complete and utter pain. It's also kind of a nightmare. And I'm not sure what's wrong with it yet.
We have a ton of shipping and also candle pouring that's going on in the shop today. We've had a complete variety of orders, everything from just candles to candles and soaps, wax melts thrown in. It's always fun seeing what people choose because there is just such a variety of scents and then also combinations of orders.
It's
Yeah.
a far superior bar than the other ones. in my
Yeah,
opinion.
I'll never use commercial soaps again.
No.
Same.
That's right, cold process.
Yeah.
The Mountain Mint, Love that
That's
one.
a good one too.
The detox is really good.
I use that on my face.
Me too.
Okay, so now everybody is debating what their favorite bar is. Lindsay and I are lavender and lemongrass, Tony mountain mint, Josh coconut rose, but JoJo and I also love detox. There's a whole variety.
So it works. I'm not sure how I fixed it or what I did, but it wouldn't move, it wouldn't print any paper, nothing. So I unplugged it, plugged it all back in, put a new roll in here, and once I put the new roll in, it started working. So I'm not sure why it didn't work, but it didn't work, but now it's fixed, and we're back in business. So it's all that matters.
That's all that matters.
Yeah, we got two of the same.
The way that our schedule has been done this year is soap making all the way from January through July. We hit that really, really hard. It's all skin loving ingredients with coconut oil, olive, castor, cocoa butter, shea butter, avocado oil, even coconut milk and a variety of clays and essential oils. And they all come in really beautiful boxes that we painstakingly designed over the course of 9 months. But they're all different. They're really unique. It was worth the effort that we put into these because we're just really proud of how they turned out. And we've also been able to figure out how to add bundles. So we have a men's bundle and also a women's bundle. We found that they make for really, really great gifts. So a lot of these are getting boxed up today. They're getting shipped out along with the rest of the fall candles. And we are continuing to make as many candles as possible because it's the season.
This one has a pumpkin spice. Next one, Appalachian Forest, Cider House, cinnamon vanilla, Amour is a good one. 2 pumpkin spice, autumn harvest. I'm not sure what that one is. I can guess it's probably, yep, Cider House. I knew it. Cider House, pumpkin spice, Cider House, autumn harvest, pumpkin spice. This thing's rocking it for all the fall scents.
It is.
But the entire all-time favorite best-selling candle is right here, Appalachian Forest.
You're right about that.
It crushes it every time.
It's a classic.
It is a classic. Plus, another fun fact is Appalachian Forest does the best of all the stores that we are in. That is the #1 seller there also. So it's not just a name on the website, it's actually grabbing and smelling. It's still the best seller there too.
Adjust your numbers as you see fit. This is what you have on hand. So we have 217 that are in the shop.
Right.
And there's only 210 available because 4 of that.
We have 5 vats that we use to make candles. You put the wax in there, you get it to a certain temperature, you put the scent oil in there, you wait for another temperature, you go ahead and pour all your candles. And right now we're using, I think it's like a 4 probe thermometer. We actually use 2 sides of it. This one's going to vat 2 and vat 3. A goal that we have for 2026 is to get a thermometer that's a little bit bigger, that's dedicated for each vat, and it's up top so you can see where it's at. You can hit the button, you know what temperature it's at. It's gonna make the entire process more streamlined and easier on everyone.
61 there, and right now we're down to 62.
Yeah.
They've done a really good job.
This is so much faster.
Yes.
You know, time ahead of time.
Yeah.
Yep.
Pick up the bass, roll the dice. Only got one life, we're on our way. We're on our way. This feeling we're chasing, we're never gonna let it go. 'Cause life's for the taking. Come on, let's go.
Probably about enough for one stall, you think?
One, two, three, push.
Let go.
Easy.
There you go.
Cut this off.
Yeah.